Going on, guys? Saturday is here. It is upon us. Live stream again. Wow, I'm not used to live stream. It's been so long, huh? I was kind of, being sick and everything forever since Christmas, pretty much. Now my voice is already kind of. Hold on a sec. All right, so I kind of have to clear my throat there. It's a little on the not 100% part yet. Anyway, what is happening, everyone? What are you guys all up to? Let's do a quick roll call. I do see Ogre, MGTOW. JFA, what's happening? Skirm's in the house. Wrath OX, is that right? OX? 0X maybe? But Wrath, he's got a check mark, white block here. That means he's a big deal. One day, I'll hit 100,000 and hopefully we'll get the nice fancy check mark beside the channel name as well. But things have been pretty rough. Views are way down, especially being absent for so long. And mining is just rough in general right now. Plus, I don't want to buy any subs either because that's just kind of cheating. And then it doesn't even make your channel any better because that's not even people that's watching your channel. Your views stay low. So it's about organic growth. One day we'll hit it. We just got to keep on pushing. Pushing on here. Squirrel Master, what's going on? We got Crypto Junkyard Miner. We got Mr. Robert S. Jock McMiner UK. Crypto Craig. Ninja Kid. Ontario Miner. What's happening? Team JFK, Crypto Craig, J-Rod D, Ontario Miner again, Aztec Miner, what's happening? Oh, it just jumped on me already. That's crazy. Bleach, what's going down? Steve Slacko, Frogman, Stevo Crypto, what's going down? We got Maskless Ninja. Oh yeah, I remember you, Maskless Ninja. I remember when first time I seen that name, I was like, how can you be a ninja being maskless unless you have no head? Or something, you're a ninja. You got to be stealthy and silent. No one should know who you are. I'm just messing with you. Anyway, welcome. We got Andy A. We got Sausage Slaps. What's happening? Sausage Slaps. Don't worry, I've been absent for years. You've been absent for years. That's all right. We're all absent sometimes, I guess, huh? We got Slothman. What's happening? What is that? Monkey Dude, not Monkey Dude. Monkey. Ryan Doherty, what's happening? AFCO. Sausage Slaps there. Ninja Kid, what's happening? Over on the Twitch there, we do see Not Ani. We got Scafer happening. Jockwick Miners over there as well. Hey, everyone on all my platforms, just join all of them and watch them all at the same time, because why not, right? We got some Twitch there happening. We got some Kickster happening. There's no one ever on Kickster, but I'm still live there. We got some Talkster happening. That's new. This is only like my second or third stream going live there. And then obviously we're on X, which I don't know. I don't know how well that ever does because it's really hard to read any analytics there. Rabid in stereo. This should be in stereo, based on the sound equipment and stuff I have. Hopefully it's coming in at least stereo right now, but maybe not. I'm solid on CPU mining, being profitable from the start. Yeah, well, CPUs, because so many people don't really I remember when I first started mining on CPUs, it was back before when we were mining Ethereum and stuff. And my first dedicated mining rig was pretty much a CPU rig and stuff. And that built me my first dedicated CPU rig off XMR. And so on from there, and we got into GPUs and all sorts of stuff. But, a lot of people really said CPU mining is garbage. You can't get it because everyone looks at hash rate. No one realizes how crypto really works. It's based on the algorithm. It's based on the coins. A CPU, a GPU, they all hash better than the other ones depending on the algorithm that you use. Have you ever tried putting a GPU onto Monero? It's the worst thing you could possibly do. It sucks. I did a video on that where a GPU gets I don't even know, 800 hashes, 1 kilohash or something, where a CPU is at 13,000 to 20 kilohash, depending on, the CPU you have, using way less power and stuff. So it comes down to the algorithm. So people never really understood that. They say, oh, a GPU is faster. It's a better way to mine. No, on that algorithm, yes. On this algorithm, it sucks. And that's just, the way it goes. You have to realize the algorithms and the coins you want to mine. There's so many more coins have been pushing over to CPUs as well. And that's all it comes down to. Nothing is better than the other piece of hardware. The only issue with GPUs right now is there's too damn many of them, and CPUs, it's not at that level yet. But obviously a lot more people have been getting into CPUs, so a lot of that profits has been dropping. I seen a comment the other day, and I'm not sure which coin it is. It's not Factor and it's something else, but maybe it is Factor now. But Someone said with their CPU, I'm not sure what CPU they're using. Maybe it's a big Epic. Hopefully not. But, you know, based on consumer grade hardware, I'm guessing maybe a 7000 series. They said they're getting about $12 a day. I'm not sure what coin that is, but, you know, it'd damn well be nice to find out. I've been away. I haven't been looking at any new coins or other coins in general. So, you know, I'm going to have to look around and see what's all out there right now because I'm not up to date on all the new projects, being sick and stuff. My CPU farm has been off, as sad as it is, because I love those things, especially Rig 5. Everyone give Rig 5 a high five. Anyway, but yeah, supposedly there's some coin out there making pretty good money right now, but I'm not sure which one that really is right now. The algorithm demands power. Those Monero ASICs still worth it. Tony Magna, they're not ASICs. Everyone's still calling them ASICs. You got to think of a pig in lipstick. So this is an ASIC shell with CPUs within it. You know, I could take a 7900X rig, somehow, you know, use a mini board and everything, slap it inside of an ATX shell and call that an ASIC. You know, look at this. I'm mining Spectre on an ASIC. Look at this. I am, like, you could totally troll people like that. I should do that one day, actually. You know, that'd be freaking hilarious. You know, the real XMR ASIC is here, or, you know, the Kyla coin ASIC has arrived. You know, you could totally do that. Obviously, that's lying and stuff, so I'm not going to. But that's all it is. It is Risk V or Risk 5, however you want to say it. It's a bunch of CPUs and RAM and everything packed into an ASIC case. That's what the X5 XMR miners are from Bitmain. They're not ASICs in any way, shape, or form. It's still CPU hardware in an ASIC frame. So that's all that's kind of happening with that. But is it worth it? You know, I'm not really sure. I haven't ran the numbers. You know, I'm sure we could take a quick peek like that right now and just see, is the X5 listed here? What the heck? It's actually making more than a lot of than other miners out there. In theory. Well, yes and no, but it's only making $1 a day. But we can see here at 12-cent power on Monero, it's making 96 cents a day. So that's actually not bad. You know, you think about it with everything that's going on, but that's for 1300 watts. You're using quite a bit of power for only $1 a day. But that's also on Monero, which is a pretty, you know, it has a lot of hash rate happening. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But, you know, for the most part, you know, it's not amazing right now. Monero still has at least a 2x to go from here. So I guess that could be $2 a day, depending how you look at it. If that actually pumps up to 400. Monero, I'm really confident Monero will see over $400. It's done it every single cycle, 4-year cycle, since Monero existed. So, you know, I think we will see an over 400. So we can see at least a 2x happening from where Monero is sitting right now. So that's actually pretty good. More power than income. Yeah, it depends on power price. A lot of people, see, that's a different thing here. And that's why it's always urged for people to watch, get all your information from all over. You know, you watch me, and then you watch Panda, then you watch Chump Change, or you watch anybody. Get different perspectives on everything, because everything is different. You know, Panda has quite a bit cheap power, and right now, obviously, he's still saying things are kind of rough. I'm in the middle ground at about 11 to 12 cents, depending how much power I actually use. I might be able, if I hardly have anything on, drop down to the 10 cents limit, because the third-party fees is like on a variable rate, where my power is actually locked in at only 6.8 cent Canadian, but the third parties is jacking that up to like 15.5 cents Canadian, depending how much I use, which works out to be about 11 to 12 cent USD. So, you know, it's kind of rough out there. And then there's other people out there that have 20 cent plus power. So there's a wider range of it. I try to be open-minded and look at the wider range. That's why when I do videos, I look at power prices, like the current state of crypto mining and stuff. You know, we look at 10 cent power. I look at 15. I look at 20 cents. You need a wide array. You got to try to cater to as many people as possible, not just say, this miner is freaking awesome, everyone buy it. Or this miner here freaking sucks, no one buy it. You know, it all depends on people's power price. It depends if people support projects. Example, the Iceriver new Kaspa ASICs from Iceriver are releasing. Obviously, majority of us are not going to buy any of those. One, Kaspa is severely sucks right now for the miner. The price is way down. Even if the price was still sitting around 12 to 15 cent Kaspa, it would still probably be breaking even or maybe still in the negative. Those block rewards on Kaspa are bad. But there are still people who really 100% think Kaspa's the next best thing and it's going to go to the moon. And those people are still buying the brand new miners. There's a few people in the comments from that new ASIC miners releasing video. Some of you may or may not have seen because some of you don't really care anymore, so probably not. But the thing is, people are saying, yeah, I'm all for Kaspa. I'm going to buy these because I support Kaspa. And there's still miners like that out there that don't have issues. And, you know, that's the thing. If you love the coin, you want to support it and stuff, and hopefully it does great things. Most people looking straight up at profits, like, screw this, rip off, money scam, whatever. I'm just buying the coin, or should have bought the coin, not even looking at an ASIC ever again. So there's two different types of people out there, and some people are still kind of in the middle. So you always got to realize that's happening. And there's people that don't care about money. They're rich, you know, they can buy whatever they want. They just always want the next best thing, and they just buy everything. You know, then there's those people, and, you know, you can't tell them what to do ever. So you just got to be ready. Like, see, there's J-Rod D. The KS7 Lite is no good. There's someone that just ordered for them the other day when they first released because they support Kaspa or they have solar. A lot more people are getting the small solar farms. I'm actually thinking myself to get a little mini solar farm as well. You know, nothing big, like maybe 500 watts, maybe 1,000, a couple panels, because that was brought up in the comment when I was looking at the Apollo miner V2X, that Ethash miner, which we're going to look at. You know, we got some average hash rates. Now it's been mining for, you know, a couple days straight. We can see how it's performing and stuff. But, you know, you just slap with, it's only using 177 watts and it's 1.2 gigahash. You slap a single 300 watt solar panel on that, you can run that depending where you live and how bright the sun is and how long it's out for pretty much half the day for free on that thing. So that's actually not too bad. Free power for half a day for 1.2 gigahash on ETC or Octa.Space or something. That's actually not too shabby, because the more efficient miners are these, like Apollo's actually did good. You know, they came back last cycle with Ethereum and ETC and stuff. They weren't the greatest miner. They were obviously still better in GPUs, not by much, and not nowhere near as good as Jazz miners and stuff, but, and you know, and not even near as good as Bitmain. But this one actually is better than Bitmain's latest E11 in terms of efficiency, and it's actually priced only a couple cents more per megahash, but it's coming in a lot cheaper because it's such a smaller miner, 1.2 gigahash versus 9 gigahash. So, you know, something like that in the small, just a single solar panel for $50 or $20, depending if you find them used or not, you know, might be something good worth setting up. So I'm actually something I might actually try. And I think that might be, you know, something good, especially moving to the next bear market. Because if you're not spending anything on power and you only spent like $50 on some used 300 watt panel, if you can find them that cheap, I don't know, you know, then, you know, you're good to go. You don't really care about it at that point. And, you know, I think that's something I might actually try. But I don't really know where to get panels in Canada. That's the other thing. There's a solar panel in my Discord link. I asked someone, anyone near Canada know where, you know, some decent solar panels and stuff? And no one gave me any feedback yet. So I'm going to go in a corner and cry. Then you got Retro Mike right there. KS7 is efficient, but doesn't mean it's a good long-term buy. 100%. I do also expect Bitmain to definitely be saying something on their end is going to be releasing soon, which obviously we know is going to be better than Iceriver's. And Retro Mike, he can buy all the hardware he wants. It doesn't matter because he's next to free power anyway. What's your power cost at? 1, 2, 3 cents? Like, he can mine anything. He's in it for the tech. Oh man, awesome. Speaking of Retro Mike, guys, and we talked about this last week on live streams on, you know, setting up nodes, best way to solo mine, things like that. You know, I'm going to look in and start setting up some Bitcoin nodes, things like that. Retro Mike's channel, guys, click on him. I think it should take you to your his channel, but he has a lot of setups on running your own mining pools, like utilizing mining core and, you know, setting up nodes and things like that. That's Retro Mike's specialty. So you guys head on over to his channel, check out some of his videos. You'll probably learn a lot and, you know, just help you out if that's something you're looking into as well. 5-cent power. So that's pretty good. 5-cent power is pretty freaking good. I have 50 GPUs running off those 350 panels. Power cost is 50 cents per kilowatt hour. Crazy massless ninja. 350 panels or a 350 watt panel. So you must have 350 panels because 50 GPUs. That's insane. That's about double of what I got in GPUs, which hasn't ran forever. I only got like 24, maybe 25 GPUs, I think. Some of them are AMD, so that's horrible, but yeah. It's a part on dining room floor right now. Retro Mike is the shot. because we don't swear around here. I'm from Canada. I might have a floppy head, but, we're nice and peaceful most of the time. Scaper, what's going on? RX or GR for CPU? What do you mean? Pretty much HODL. I've mined some SPI recently. RX or GR? It all depends what you want. GR is nice and efficient. RX does use a bit more power. It's a lot warmer. But, it all depends, currently where all the profit currently is. And I haven't really looked into CPUs yet, Jock. You've been mining KCN, LCN lately? Oh, yeah, the merge mining, Kyla Coin and Lin Coin, I think that was. Yeah, Lin Coin. Flappy head. Hey, buddy, let me tell you what it's all about. Well, that's a South Park reference, right? Look at them Canadians up there with all them flappy heads, because their head bounces back up and down, looks like a hamburger patty. Boom, 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 boom. Terrence and Phillip. Shut your... Yeah, I'm not getting into that one. The song. Anyway, right beside river, figuring how to add water wheel for big money generator. That'd be nice. Get your own hydropower. That'd be pretty sweet here. Looking pretty, awesome. Someone, what was it? I saw a comment earlier. Someone mentioned something I wanted to bring up, but now I can't find it. And is it blurry today? I'm not using the same thing I used last weekend because the quality was kind of horrible. So hopefully it's a little clearer today, unlike last weekend. How do you think the AE box will make profit? BT Miners has new one for $2,200. See, Tom F, that's the issue. AE box, that's Gold Shell. Gold Shell sucks, and it's $2,200. Where we see Iceriver right now has the AE0 cheaper than Gold Shell's miner, which Gold Shell's always the most expensive for the least efficient hardware. This thing is 50 mega hash at 100 watts, where Gold Shell's is what? 35 mega hash at 350, 375. So Iceriver's destroying Gold Shell and at a cheaper price. So I wouldn't even look at Gold Shell anymore. Gold Shell was okay if, they shipped them day one, 2 or 3 months ago and you had them already. Then it might have been a play. Right now, Iceriver's, it's still shipping. Iceriver still has a month. They're not shipping till April sometime. So keep that in mind. But code RABID will grant you a discount at the Iceriver website. As well as links in the description, guys, to that ASIC Miners crypto wallet link. Whole bunch of different links and discount codes to all sorts of various sites if you want to use it. But a lot of people don't want to buy miners these days because things are looking pretty rough. But I do want to point out, where is that comment? Oh, man. I don't know what that comment was, and I wanted to address it and talk about it, but now I don't know where it was and what it was, so I forgot. So we'll just continue on, I guess. Don't buy a Leo miners. There, WrathX OX says, don't buy them. Now, I'm up in the air on a Leo. Now, there might be... I don't want to say go buy them because you say, oh, Rabid gave me financial advice. No, I'm not giving any financial advice. Which leads... Oh, that might have led to the comment where up earlier someone said I'm officially on Buy the Coin. So I'm like, yeah, mining's kind of sucking lately. I'm going to change the name of my channel to Rabid Trading, not financial crypto advice, and then we're just going to buy all the coins instead of any hardware, right? Because that's the way to do it now. Everything sucks. It's not worth mine. I'm just kidding, guys. Jeez. Just kidding. Anyway, back to the Aleo thing. And I talked about that in my last, which I don't know which video it was. Maybe it was this Iceriver one. These miners go on sale in 15 minutes. And I put the arrow to here, and I said how bad Kaspa is and Kaspa sucks. Don't buy those type of thing. But here's the thing. I think there's a lot of hurt and stuff going on ever since the Kaspa ASICs release. First generation ASIC after GPUs, huge gains on an ASIC Pro algorithm, not an ASIC resistant algorithm, but it was an ASIC friendly algorithm. So you see a huge gain in hash rate on ASICs over consumer grade hardware. So, and they're coming in looking like, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a day. Obviously before they're released, if you know anything about hash rates and difficulty, which we always talk about, soon as they go online, you're the profits at all those profit calculators already cut in half, gone. So, that's that. And then all of a sudden we have the fast block reward dropping on Kaspa. Every month it gets less, and hardware keeps going up, up, and up. And then, whoever got in early, they did make quite a bit of money and Kaspa on that. But then everyone later on, and just over time to where we are right now, Kaspa is next to zero profits in mining. It's absolutely horrible to mine Kaspa at least, upwards to today. Future, You know, it's probably still going to be pretty bad because of that aggressive halving schedule that they have. It has a full halving every 1 year, done so at small amounts every 1 month, but it's 4 times faster than Bitcoin. Halves every 1 year, which is crazy, extremely fast. So anyway, a lot of people got into that. They made a lot of money. It was piped up like crazy. Then Aletheum ASICs released, and Aletheum had the Kaspa hype coming in behind it. So now everyone's like, okay, now if we get in early on this, we got Iceriver here. We know they're legit now. That's the other thing with early Kaspa. No one really knew if Kaspa or Iceriver really had ASICs. They're a real company. We all found out then finally they were legit. And then Aletheum releases. Everyone's coming in from the Kaspa hype, trying to get in early. All the miners are bought out extremely fast. And then all the hash rate hit at like day one of release. And then boom. There's no profit on there at all. Like zero. It's just gone because the overhyped Kaspa flooded into Aletheum, and then boom, it just sucked, right from the get-go. So now everyone's like, whoa, I'm not getting ripped off again. This sucks. I'm holding back. Crypto, the market in general sucks. So now no one really wants to buy the Aleo miners. And that's kind of what we like, is hopefully nobody buys them. I'm not saying buy them. This is still not financial advice. I'm just saying how I'm kind of looking at it, and I'm still going to have to watch the networks and, see if it plays out. Because now everyone's taking a step back. They're no longer wasting money into Kaspa miners because it sucks like crazy and what happened to it. And Aletheum was bad right at the get-go. Now they're coming in saying, all right, you know what? I'm not buying any of this crap. So now we might not have so many people buying these miners that the few people that do buy them might have a lot of profits up until Bitmain finally releases, which is delayed. It was delayed 6-7 months. That was 2-3 months ago. So we probably should have 3 to 5 months left before Bitmain finally releases some. So we should have a time frame in there where profits could be good. But again, it comes down to how many people will actually buy those miners and what the hash rate's going to look like depending on those people. So I think there's a good chance that you could make a decent amount here, especially if Aleo hits an altcoin season this year. It's down a lot. So there's a lot of negatives affecting no one wants to buy these miners, which could be really good for the people actually buying them. Does that kind of make sense to you? That's kind of how I was following that. And that's kind of how I'm just feeling the vibe between everyone is, I got ripped off Kaspa. I got really ripped off of Aletheum. I'm not touching those. And that's what a lot, just the way I'm getting from comments and feeling the community and stuff is how it's pointing. So I'm like, you know what? This might actually be a good idea to pick this up for myself or something. But again, we don't know. It could just be another dead thing right out of the get-go. All right, moving forward. SHA-256 and Script are the only ones worth. Yeah, they got the best core coins. You can't deny that for sure. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. SHA-256, it's the OG crypto. Script, you got the Dogecoin, the Litecoin. Obviously, Litecoin and all those don't really make you anything. All the profit, 90% of it is coming in from the Dogecoin. The other merge coins aren't, they're not really paying you anything in terms of profit value, an extra $1 if you add them all up. That's all mostly coming from Litecoin on an L9. And then all the other coins are just like a cent here, 2 cents there. Like it's not giving you any extra profit. So Dogecoin's the king when it comes to Script and profits. Obviously, before all the big pools started stealing everyone's coins and stuff, early on mining Dutch, when it was mining junk coin and none of the other pools and stuff were, then junk coin was actually adding an extra 10 to 15, even $20 a day by itself. Bell's coin at first was like $15 to $20 a day by itself as well. And then all of a sudden, they via BTC and an F2 pool and all the pools started adding that hash rate onto them, and then it just crushed them. Now it's making 1 cent. Plus Bell's coin went through that 75 or 80% halving event, which just destroyed the mining rewards. But now and it was kind of slimy on their part, I think, as well. If you followed, like I never really followed Bell's coin, but just from the PR I seen, like they come out of nowhere. Like, think about it. They come out of nowhere. I was kind of hyped for it because obviously Animal Crossing is a big thing, especially for Nintendo worldwide. I played Animal Crossing forever. Everyone loved it. So Bell's coin coming off this, awesome. That's what meme coins. A good meme coin is based off, something that people loved or used to love, or something cute animal they see today. But remember, meme coins pump and die, and that's it. But you have this coin coming out, and all of a sudden, you don't hear about it forever, and it's an old coin, supposedly like 3 or 4 days before Dogecoin it released by the same dev. allegedly. And then all of a sudden Doge came out and Doge did his thing. Now they're trying to live off the Dogecoin hype when they release, saying, all right, this is from the same dev as Dogecoin. This is this. And all of a sudden it's just talk everywhere. Now we have pools coming up and all they're like, oh yeah, now we're supported by all the large pools. Now we cut our supply back. Boom. See you later. It's like it was a fast PR and then dead. And then now, like, there's next to no profits. They get all these pools on board. All the pools are merge mining it now. Profits are zero. And then they cut their supply back, which is, in theory, if you think, like, that's like a proof of stake coin trying to say, or SHIB, you know what they're doing? We're just going to burn half our supply and hopefully our value goes up. That's kind of what they did. We're just going to burn all the miner cuts. Now there's no sell pressure. So hopefully, and they have to still mine it. Miners don't have a choice now to say, I don't want to support that stupid project. You have to, because all the pools support it now. And so that's what their plan was. Oh, everyone has to mine us now. We can cut all our supply. We have the security. We can do whatever the hell we want because miners have to still mine us. So, that's the way I look at Bell's Coin, as it's just a shady looking dev thing that probably has the majority of the supply sitting in their own pockets, because no one's really been heard about it since Dogecoin began, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Now they got a whole bunch, and then now they pump it up like crazy, kill the supply, and hopefully it pumps for them. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But moving on now, and we have Junk Coin and these other coins, which are great because no hash rate was on them. And then now all the big pools are on them. There's no profit there at all. So, yeah, back to my original thing. Dogecoin is where all the money's coming from for the L9s. Anyway, Bells was crazy. DW Andrew, I also pay just over 30 cents the day. 30 cents a day? What are you talking about, power or something else? Or you got 210 followers on Twitch. Grats. Do I? I got 210? Nice. We need some more people on Twitch there, guys. Come on. And watching. That'd be nice. I'm holding also. I've been mining. Okay, we saw that. Nice. I've forgotten about that. We'll recheck it out. Rabid, are you running your CPU rigs? Not right now, because I've been MIA for the past, like I said, like I had everything planned for Christmas. I want to do a nice Christmas stream. January 3rd was my birthday, the same birthday as Bitcoin. Is a coincidence? I can't tell you. Am I the creator? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm Satoshi. I might be a little Asian. But no, anyway. But yeah, my birthday went by, January 1st, I want to do a whole overlook. And then, Christmas Eve, we got sick. And I've been sick for the past 2 months. And it just ruined everything, ruined all my views, ruined all of it. And now we're slowly trying to make, somewhere to come back in an absolutely horrible crypto time right now. So, yeah, anyway, let's start with topic number 1 on this, because we're already a half an hour in and didn't really do much. I just ramble on, as we know when you watch this channel. We have 137 viewers, 39 likes on the Tubester. Hit that like button, guys. Come on, let's do this. So let's start off with crypto mining sucks. Coming into here, let's just look at some GPU profits right now. And it's sad times. This is not quite as bad, but pretty damn close to when the ETH merge happened. And yeah, zero profits. Like a 170 HX. This card costs you $900 USD. That's $1,600 Canadian to make 3 cents a day after power at 12-cent power. Yeah, no thanks. See you later. That is not profit. Never going to look at that GPU. RTX 5080, brand new hardware, best GPUs out in the market. NVIDIA holding back stock, trying to rip off everyone to seem like there's a higher demand than there is. Obviously, there is a decent demand. People want these things, but NVIDIA is probably selling majority of them out the back door, and it's been confirmed in 2021 that they were doing that. They hold back stock on purpose, and people forgot that they did that. This is an NVIDIA marketing strategy to keep demand seeming so high that they just like that. I don't know. NVIDIA doing NVIDIA things. Anyway, we got 5080 on Quai making 1 cent after power. What? We got 5070 breaking even on Ergo. And then we got the BC 250s. We're hitting negatives. Now everything else, every other GPU out there is negative. It's just horrible. So, the best thing you could probably do right now, depending on the hardware you have, if you have a big bad boy, it's probably the only GPUs worth getting. 4090s, 5090s, all the memory and stuff. Use them for rental services. Vast, maybe even sell it, stuff like that. Because mining crypto directly is sad. It's looking sad. And this is where, I was kind of coming up. I've been saying this for probably 2-3 years now, ever since the Ethereum merge, really, that this cycle for GPUs is going to be bad, even in the peak altcoin season bull run, because all the hash rate is going to turn on and move to it. We could see an all-time high happening on, whatever, any GPU coin, Raven coin and stuff. We're still probably only going to have a profit of 2 cents, even if it sits at all-time high, because all the hash rate will just flood to it. So you got to already have your coins in your bags ready, because mining it at the time, hash rate's just going to increase and it's just going to suck. Oh yeah, we got profit, turn on, next day, dead. And then the coin dies a couple weeks later and then it's stuck there for 4 years. So I really think this is a reset for GPU mining. People are going to quit after this cycle is over. And a lot of them are already. We're in where altcoin season is supposed to start. And people are not waiting for it to happen. And they're already quitting. A lot of people are selling their rigs, selling their ASICs, selling their GPUs, selling even CPUs. A lot of people are selling off their farms. And that's why I think coming into the next cycle, 2029 peak, somewhere we will start seeing GPU mining possibly come back, because we will lose a lot of miners. Now, if miners just buy older miners' hardware, then, that's still hardware staying within the mining community. Now, if they're getting sold off to gamers looking for used hardware and stuff because they can finally get their hands on them, I still see that in comments. Oh, now we can finally buy a GPU for our gaming PC, stupid things like that. You could always buy them. You're just too lazy. Hey, right? Miners put in a lot of work to get those freaking cards. They stand in line. They freaking spam F5 on websites like Best Buy. A gamer, click on it, oh, sold out, I'll try again in a year. That's a gamer for you. No offense to gamers out there, but you got to put more effort into things. Miners had to go through the same issue all the gamers did, but you just blame it on them because they bought a whole bunch. Well, they put in the work to buy a whole bunch. I stood in lines every Best Buy drop back in 2021. I stood in lines trying to get everything. So you have to put in the effort if you want to get results. You can't just get everything handed to you. That's the thing with some of the newer generation, is they need to be spoon-fed everything. And that's why meme coins are exploding so much and ripping and scamming people. It's because people just want to get rich now and not put in the effort, not put in the work, and just say, oh, okay, buy this coin. This guy said buy this coin. Okay, I lost my house. For frig's sakes. In a nutshell, that's how things are. So anyway, I think there is going to be a reset. Maybe, hardware gets sold off to actual gamers at this point in the used market. And then after that, moving into the next cycle, we might see GPU mining finally return again. You're going to need there's going to be another 2 gens of hardware released by then. So there's going to be what are we going to be at? 6090s, 7090s or something by then, most likely. So we're going to need newer hardware as well to compete, depending on how well they do. They should definitely be doing better than current 50 series. It's 2 gens ahead. But, we have to wait and see what happens moving into that. It's probably going to cost $10,000 for a 7090 at that point in time, with inflations and all the tariffs and all the stupidness that's going on between the world. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. ASICs or bust, I think. I don't. Mining is totally integrated into my off-grid lifestyle here. We are barely touched our wood-burning stove this winter and had more rigs on here off-grid than ever before. We can make it to 2029. Nice. See, Mastix Ninja, you got the solar and the off-grid stuff happening, so you're in a kind of a different level. And it all depends. Solar, I know, gets promoted a lot as well. I talked at the start of the stream that, I'm looking at maybe 1 or 2 panels just for the super small, the 1.2 gigahash 177 watt iPollo here, something cheap. But people that put in full solar systems, it's always going to vary based on their power price. Obviously, the higher your power price, the more beneficial solar will be for you. Now, myself personally, well, maybe now because crypto prices suck so bad, but for me to get a system set up at my power price, it would never ROI. It would take over 40 years or something to ROI the price that I pay in power, because it's not going to save me much at my power price to run all my rigs off strictly solar only. The cost to get all that solar and the room needed is, I need so much room. I'd have to fill my whole yard up, the top of my house, everywhere. The bush behind me, I have to level some trees and set all that up. It'd be insane, and it's going to be expensive. So I would never get my money back out of paying for a solar system from the little bit of savings I'd get between a decent power price that I already have, between that. So You know, and again, obviously with people with free power, they don't even care, or they have solar already, or 5 cent power. They're better off just probably paying their power bill of 5 cent power over getting solar, and then because that will never ROA for sure. And then people at 20 cents, 30 cent, 40 cent power, obviously that would make a lot more sense to get solar, because that, you know, your power is so expensive that you'd be saving way more every single month than someone like me sitting at 11 or 12 cent power. So again, it's a wholly different geographical, you know, different people, different places around the world where you got to open your eye. You know, solar would be amazing for this group of people. It would be okay for this set group of people. It would absolutely suck and be the worst thing they could possibly do and waste money for this group of people. And then, you know, kind of got a middle ground that kind of wants to try both. So, you know, it's all well-rounded depending where you are in the world and everything. Let's go, Twitch there, Escaper. I have heated my home this whole winter with my mining rigs. Nice, nice, nice. So yeah, anyway, looking at some profits here, GPUs, it pretty much is not looking too hot. Obviously, we have a down market happening here. We got Kwai is up 12%, but Kwai is having major issues with a lot of people. A lot of miners are really upset with Kwai as it opened at a lot lower price than people hoped it would. But usually new coins open high and tank. So could Kwai actually be reversed and be the way it should be? Open low and see increase? That could be beneficial and the way a coin should be in theory. So we're still going to wait and see how Kwai actually plays out. It did open and go big here, and then now it's kind of dipping down. But we know we gotta wait and see exactly what happens on this network here. But yeah, for the most part, everything's down a little bit. You know, crypto bubbles. We got a couple green here, but I don't care about them because I think they're all, what are they? POS coins, and yeah, I don't even know. Don't really care. Coin 360, you know, we got the big blobs and the bloops and the everything happening. BTC, we got the ETH, the Solana. Most of those don't care about coins. You got Doge down to only 19 cents. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so low. So horrible. So horrible. But anyway, let's move on about this. Let's take a look at this. This guy right here. So the Bitcoin reserve. Now, I want to ask you guys right now, is this what you thought it would be, or are you expecting more? Not only crypto prices, but the reserve in general. Like, I want to know your guys' comments on this. What is, like, I'm just going to wait a few seconds, see what you guys think about the Bitcoin reserve. Now, leading up to this, through the campaign and everything, you know, you watch various YouTubers and whatnot, and the whole Bitcoin reserve, the way it was being promoted from crypto people, and as well as some people that were kind of talking about on the news and don't really know, is that they were expecting the U.S. government to be buying all this Bitcoin. The price is going to go to the moon. They're swapping away from gold into Bitcoin. They're going to make their reserve Bitcoin, and they're going to be there's going to be stockpiling it and stocking up and buying so much of it. And that's what was being portrayed everywhere and what everyone was hoping for, and how much money is going to flow into Bitcoin because the U.S. government is going to be buying so much. Well, that's not the case at all. The U.S. government, they are not buying any Bitcoin whatsoever. Half the time, the way when Trump kind of listens to this video, he doesn't really know what crypto is. He kind of sounds off. Like he's just listening to someone tell him what to do with this one. It kind of seems weird. Yes, we know he has a crypto coin. Yes, he's one of the most pro-crypto politicians we've had anywhere in North America for a long time, but it sounds like he doesn't really know anything about it at all. Like, we're going to watch this in a second here, but obviously we have El Salvador who fully adopted. Now, there's a difference here between the reserve that they're doing and buying Bitcoin and then actually adopt. This is still not adopting Bitcoin. Adopting Bitcoin is what El Salvador did, where they pretty much turned their currency from fiat into Bitcoin. You go to every store there, you can buy and sell through Bitcoin. That is adoption. What this is, you know, it's the start of some small steps to adoption, but it's not adoption yet, and it's not what anybody was thinking would be the case when it came to the reserve in Bitcoin, because they are not buying a single penny. So anyway, let's take a quick look and listen to this whole shindigger right here.
Bitcoin reserve and digital assets. Today we're signing, and this is very historic, an executive order establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve and digital asset stockpile. This is a promise that you made throughout the campaign, and today we're keeping that promise. The reserve will be capitalized with Bitcoin that the federal government already owns, so it won't cost taxpayers a dime. This is like a digital Fort Knox for digital gold. And premature sales of Bitcoin over the past years cost American taxpayers over $17 billion in lost value because we didn't have a long-term strategy.
Right.
Now we do. So.
And this is something you believe in fully?
100%, yeah.
Okay.
And the whole community believes in it.
Very good. And they made the promise, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so he pretty much said he's listening to the advisor, which that's the advisor's job. Don't get me wrong, but he's like, so that's what you think? Okay, that's what we'll do. That's what we think. That's what we'll do. But they said they're using all the coins they seized previously. All those coins Biden was selling before when Bitcoin was only 40 to 50K. He was dumping all that Bitcoin and stuff. That's all the Bitcoin that was left over from that wasn't sold yet from that administration. That's the reserve. They're not buying anything. They're just holding whatever they had left there that was seized by the government from other people previously. So stolen Bitcoin is going to become their reserve. They're not buying anything. They're just holding whatever they had. So that's pretty much the Bitcoin reserve is fancy wording for hodling our stolen Bitcoin we have. In a nutshell, is pretty much what it is. So I don't think this is anything what people are expecting. Obviously, the markets are saying the same thing as well. It's been tanking ever since he signed this thing because people were expecting them to be buying all this Bitcoin, to restock these reserves, getting so rich in Bitcoin and have all these holdings when that's not what's happening. They're simply just holding the Bitcoin that they already have from seizures in the past instead of selling it like Biden was. So that's all that's happening here. And, hopefully that changes and they actually do buy a whole bunch. But I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. I don't know. We'll see. So what do you guys think about that? Yeah, seized is a fancy word for stolen from Mount Cox. Yeah, so, I don't think there should be, the publicity around this is wrong. I think it's not what anybody thought it was going to be, at least in my mind. I could be wrong too. I'm just basing my opinion on the situation. I went into this thinking, holy crap, this is going to be huge for crypto, huge for Bitcoin. The U.S. is going to be buying a whole bunch. That's what everyone was saying, is they're going to be buying all this Bitcoin to stock up their reserves so they got a future assets and all this. And that is not what is happening. They're just hodling their stolen Bitcoin that they stole already. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they should distribute it to the people. Yeah, they should do that. Maybe do that. Distribute it. The other thing here is too is all these advisors. You hear people talk about crypto, and as we know, we're coming up right now to 2025, 2026. Obviously, by the end of 2026, in theory, should be the bottom of Bitcoin again. We're gonna see it all over the media. Don't get into crypto. Bitcoin is so volatile. It's absolutely horrible. Start selling, blah, 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 get rid of it. We see that. But this year is the peak when it happens, and it happens every 4 years. So now we got to know how smart are, the president, how smart are their advisors, how smart are other countries. Well, El Salvador, they know what's been going on. They've ran their currency as Bitcoin for years now, or at least a full cycle. So they've seen it. This is new for the U.S. and stuff, obviously. But, they're going to get in this and they're probably going to promote, look how much money we have from saving our Bitcoin. When Bitcoin hits its peak at the end of the year, then following it from a year, are they going to sell that when it actually hits the peak at the end of the year and then have that wealth and then maybe buy it back end of next year like someone that knows crypto would do? Or are they going to hodl it and then next year be like, oh man, look at this, crypto sucked and we lost all this money we should have had and blah, blah, blah. And then the media is going to be eating up on how bad it crashed and it's bad again. It's just a never ending tread. But as crypto people, we know this is how it works. So I'm curious to see the future of how this happens when everything does do its crash and if they ended up selling or not when it hits its peak later on in the year. So, I think it's going to be an interesting future to see. We're about to see how well these people that claim they know crypto and they've been following it and stuff actually have been following it moving over the next 2 years here. It's going to be interesting stuff. USA wants stablecoin backed by USD. See, that's the other thing with XRP coming in. And that's another thing I saw on Twitter where people were saying alongside with, I don't know the whole interview or which one it was. He also mentioned, Trump mentioned XRP and Solana and I think Cardano or something, the main coins there. And everyone's like, why is he mentioning these coins and stuff? And really, it's because he doesn't know. He was just mentioning the top 5 coins. You go into Coin Market Cap, you go into something like this. It's like, here's his quick planning here. We're going to come into CoinMarketCap here. You know, I'm the U.S. government's advisor right now for crypto. We're going to come into here. We're going to go market cap. Where the heck is it? I guess we got to go to all, not just my list. So we're going to come into here. We're just go, okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to, we're going to say, okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, XRP, and maybe Solana here. We picked the top 5 coins from market cap listed right here. Thinking you know something, but really you don't. You just pick the top 5 coins by market cap because you know, is the best thing to do because everyone will know those. Those are the most popular coins or something like that. That's all they're doing. They're not really looking into other coins and things like that. They just pick the top 5 market cap, say good to go. Yeah, Rabid mining reading charts. Awesome, right? I'm a best chart reader. We don't even want to get into the chart reading. Oh man, craziness. So actually, let's look at some average hash rates now of the Apollo because we're done with all that stuff, I think. Coming into the Apollo here, where is that? This guy right here. So we're sitting in here. Here's the Apollo. It's been running for a while, like straight lines. That's pretty smooth, looking good. No failures, nothing going down. I do want to point out, I did end it in energy mode. I am still in energy mode, which we can see right here. It is the same as frickin' non-power mode. It's up to this 177 watts again in the video when I was testing everything after a couple hours. It was 175 watts energy mode. Hash rate was the same, but now it's back to 177 in energy mode. So it's not doing anything. I believe that was an issue early on with the first Apollo generations. So I expect new firmware to come in to actually add an energy mode because right now I don't think there's a difference between energy or hash rate mode. We're getting the same hash rate and same amount of power over time. Now coming in the GT pool for some average hash rates and stuff, we can see like right now we have, it's saying 1.22 gigahash. Nice. Estimated 24 hours, $1.05. Rewards per 24 hours has been 99 cents. So this is what we actually got, and this is just estimated, so don't go by that. We didn't get as much as that. Coming into the workers again, see what it says for us here. We have a current hash rate of 1.28 gigahash. It's telling us our average 24. Oh, I got a little hiccup there. Sorry, guys. Average 24 is 1.32 gigahash. That's pretty insane. So we have an average hash rate over 24 hours of 1.32 gigahash, and it's only using 177 watts. Think about that versus, like, there's still people that think they're going to mine ETC with their GPU when, you know, it pumps or something. So think of an RTX 3060. Do you guys remember? What was that? 61 mega hash at 133 watts or something? We have 1.3 gigahash here at 177 watts. 177, that's what? That's 40 watts more than a 3070 and 1.3 gigahash instead of 61 mega hash. A GPU is not going to be mining any frickin' ETC when ETC starts to pump. Get it out of your head right now. Unless you have free power, but you're still probably only going to make 1 frickin' cent at $400 ETC. If it hits that. I don't even know what the last all-time high was. 2 something? I don't know. But like, yeah, craziness. But there are people that think it's a good idea to mine ETC on a GPU. It is no longer a GPU algorithm. This is 100% an ASIC algorithm at this point with the newest hardware here. They are insane versus consumer hardware. So it's looking pretty good. You know, I think 1.3 gigahash at 177 watts is freaking amazing. And remember, this miner only costs slightly, like, let's take a look at this right now. Let's go to the let's go to the V2X. Let's have a look at this bad boy. 12-cent power here. It's making 59 cents a day, guys, after power. It's making $1.06 before power. It's coming in at about, what was it, $1,000 this thing's coming in? What's a 5080 selling for right now? So let's look at the 5080. It's making 1 cent after power. 1 cent. So for maybe an extra $100 or $200 over buying an RTX 5080, you get one of these, only use 177 watts. And let's see here. Let's just look at the profit after power. 0.61. Divide that by 0.0. Oh, I don't need that, 61. Duh. But yeah, so this thing is 61 times more profitable than an RTX 5080 currently is at 12-cent power for pretty close to the same price. What's going to ROI quicker? What's going to ROI faster? What do you think? Huh? Obviously, I'm not going to be buying a 5080. I would just stock up on these freaking things, buy some $50 solar panels and say, F you GPUs, go to hell. Like, you're done. There's no more profit buying with GPUs anymore. It's over for this cycle. I really think that's a thing. And when it gives up, it's over. Next cycle might be a totally different story because of all the people we talked about earlier will probably finally quit. But right now, GPUs is probably the worst way to mine cryptocurrencies at this point in time. It's really sad to say and think that, because it's also the most popular way to buy that, because you buy a GPU, you slap into a rig, you got your 12 by rigs, you know, it's nice, it's more compact than CPUs, quieter and everything than ASICs, not as expensive as ASIC. Well, you think about it, actually, you're building a full rig of GPUs, and ASIC actually might actually be looking cheap. I never actually worked this out. I should do a video on this. Now, let's try to work this out now. Let's look at it. Let's look at cheap 3070s. What's a 3070 selling right now? Let's go to eBay. Let's look at a 3070 on eBay. Let's put together a GPU rig and look at an ASIC. We might actually be cheaper buying the ASIC than building a 12-card GPU rig. Even though you're getting, you know, let's just make stupid numbers up. $200. $200 good for a 3070? Someone let me know. $200 3070. Is that good or bad? Let's just look for 30. Oh, I'm in Canada here, so I need to look at US because majority of my people are from the USA anyway. So let's go ebay.com. 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 Okay, RTX 3070. What's a 3070 selling for on eBay right now? Let's go to cheapest also. Shipping, lowest price. Graphics card, read, description, pre-owned. So $117. Like, is this what you guys are seeing around there? Is this what the price is? $102, $170, $140? What are you guys seeing around your areas? Because it looks like, so maybe $145 would be the best way. That looks like maybe where they're sticking on. So what do you guys think? They're $300 plus shipping. So let's go $150 here. Times that by 12. That's $1,800 right there. Okay. So we got $1,800. $1,800. So now what kind of rig are we going to put this in? An Octa-miner? What's an Octa-miner selling for these days? I don't even know. Like the cheap ones. You can get those cheap ones for what? $300? $200? $150? $200? How much can you get an Octa-miner for these days? And I think they come with power supplies and everything, right? Let's say $300. Let's go $300. So it's $1,800 and $300. So we got $2,100 right now. $2,100. All right, so we got $2,100 rig. Slapping together 12 3070s and an Octa-miner here. So now we're going to, 3070s are $250 to $300. Okay, are they really? Okay, this is way out to lunch then. I'm just going off eBay. I don't freaking know. That's USD? 260 off eBay? Okay, 260 times 12. So that's $3,120. We're at $3,120 right now. $3,120. Then we're going to add the $300 for an Octa-miner. I think they're $250, maybe $150. Maybe someone's giving away for free at this point. I don't know. So we got $3,120 plus. We're going to go another $300 here. So we got $3,420. $3,420. So we got a $3,420 rig here. Buying everything used, and, you know, obviously that's at discounted prices and kind of stuff like that because they were a lot more. So now let's come into mining calculator here. Let's look for 3070. RTX 3070. Now, can you put in how many you have? Number of GPUs. So we're going to go 12. 12 GPUs. So we're negative. We're not even making anything at 12-cent power with 12 3070s. We're negative $1. We're losing $1 every single day right now doing that. Zero profit. That means this Apollo miner by itself will ROI faster for $1,000 than a $3,000 machine, $3,400 machine, because it's actually profitable at 59 cents. 12 3070s are negative $1 at 12-cent power. And 12 cent is pretty decent. Like, people have 15, 20, and 40 cent. And again, some people have 5 cent. But yeah, it's like the more money you spend on GPUs at this point, the more money you're willing to lose at this point. Like, this is really making buy the coin. And by buy the coin, you know, not financial advice, that means in theory, if I took the amount of power that you get, that you use per day, and you just bought the coin with that amount of power, you'll be getting way more coins per day. So if that coin pumps, you'll be making a crap ton more instead of mining. And then finally, you might just be able to break out of your power costs. Instead of making, you know, $400 off that power day, you might only be making $20 because you still have to cover your power and stuff. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You know, the price to build a rig versus looking at some of the ASICs is insane. Like ASIC mining might be worth it. Like, look at this. The AE0, well, you know, we don't know about this till they're online, so we can't use that as any type of whatever, you know, here. We also got to count how much power would that 3070s be using as well. So let's count that into there as well. How much power would, where is that? Does this tell us how much power we'd be using? So 792 watts. That's not too much on you. Who's that? 1700 watts on freaking Quai. So now you're using 1,788 watts mining Quai coin. You're using 1,476 watts, 1140, 1176, 1700 on Eternity. So like your power is up there. Now, are there any ASICs that are below? Well, yeah, obviously we got this one here that's only using 177 watts of power mining ETC, making 59 cents a day. You don't have to worry about expensive infrastructure to run one of those things. You don't need to upgrade to 240 volt. You don't need to run more breakers. You don't need to do any of that crap versus this. And so I don't know. It's absolutely crazy. The profitability and everything in mining has been shifting all over the place. Absolutely crazy. Rabid went rent Vast AI. Mining is dead. Yeah, I hear Vast is doing pretty good. I'm not 100% sure, you know, what they're making. I haven't tried. I never did try Vast. I do have a 3090 sitting there doing nothing. Maybe it could get rented somewhere. So maybe I should try to set up a Vast rig possibly. But yeah, I hear rental platforms like mining crypto directly right now, especially on GPUs, is looking very rough. Honestly, we saw the numbers. It's not looking good. But rental platforms, which isn't really crypto oriented, but, you know, I think might have to transition the channel a little bit to where, you know, just make money. You know, it's not strictly about crypto mining. It's about making profits on your rigs. And that is not on crypto. That's in rental services like Vast AI, you know, maybe mining some frickin' salad. You know, it makes money. Who cares what it's doing, what people say about it, how stupid it might sound. It makes you money. And that's what the bottom line is. We're here to try to make money. And it's not in crypto anymore. And it's sad and it sucks. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look around and see, you know, how everything's looking right now. Again, I haven't had my CPUs on. Supposedly there's a coin out there making like $12 a day on like some 7000 series CPUs. I don't know if that's legit or not, but I gotta try to find it and see what's happening. Oh, my throat's getting dry. Rabid money mining now. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what we should call the channel. Rabid money mining. Let's do it. I'm going to revamp the entire channel. Rabid money mining. Oh, man. Rabid money. No, that won't work. Figure something out. Quai pays out after 14 days verification. Yeah, if you're familiar, if they ever mine Nexa, it's the same thing as that. Instead of waiting 7 days or a week to get your payouts for mining. So if you're mining today, you won't get your today's funds till 7 days later. Now, when it comes to Quai, it's a 2-week period, 14 days. So mining right now, you're going to have to wait 14 days to get today's income. So that's another thing. That's another thing we also point out is the first 14 days on Quai, when it released to the exchanges, there's no sell pressure coming in from miners. Now that people are finally starting to get their coins, we're going to start seeing miners maybe sell, not sell, hodl, hope it does something. We don't know. But, you know, the sell pressure is now finally starting to begin. And then if you see the network hash rate and everything drop because people quit mining, you're not going to actually notice that in your rewards. Well, you'll notice at the pool rewards, I guess, but you're not going to actually notice your yields in your wallet for 14 days later. So, yeah, crazy stuff. I don't know why they do that, but they are. What else do we got going on here? Any last minute questions or anything, guys? What do you guys think about the stream so far? Everything coming in all right? Everyone doing good? Everyone keep your heads high. You know, I'm still going to look into it. I think we still have a chance. we'll have. Oh, I see Max Voltage is there. What's going on? Vast has been great for me lately. This past week was my highest week ever. Nice. Yeah, I've never tried Vast yet. That's something I've been meaning to do. Then I got sick for 3 months and all sorts of stuff. So I think I might try to slap something like that together. You know, we all look at GPUs too, like, oh, the 5090 costs too much or the 4090 costs too much. But in reality now, those are the ones I think we're probably going to need. You're going to want all that memory. You're going to want everything that you can use to get rented. You know, 3070s are dead. You know, 3080s, I don't know, really. 5080 seems to be getting rented and doing decent. I saw a screenshot in Discord the other day. I don't know what platform it was, but the 5080 seemed to be doing decent while getting rented. But like, you're going to want the higher, faster. So maybe 5080s, 5090s, 4090s. You know, I'd probably skip 3060s, 3070s, 5060s, 5070s, and go from there. You're going to want that memory. You're going to want to give yourself the highest chance possible to get rented, and that's just the way to do it. And when they are rented, though, it does sound like you're getting decent money out of it. So that seems to be the way things are slowly transitioning, at least until next cycle, guys. Because remember, I really do think a lot of people are finally going to be like, there's no new ETH coming. GPU mining sucks. It is over. And we might finally see, you know, the give up. And then next cycle, we might see it coming back. And that's for another reason too, because once people get rid of their hardware, they're not going to want to spend all the money to get new hardware back again. So that's the other issue, or non-issue, depending which way you look at it. As a YouTuber and everyone, you know, people won't be looking into mining anymore, so obviously our views and everything are going to drop. But as a miner, you know, that's what you want. You kind of keep your hardware, because when a coin pumps or comes up or a new coin releases, you don't have to go buy new hardware for a couple days profit because it's peaking that day. You already have it. So you can just turn on and go. And that's one major reason why I never really sold off any of my GPUs and stuff, is because you never know when a new coin emerges, when you need to get on ASAP. Because once you sell it all, then you got to buy it all back. And I don't know if you guys are like me or not, but when I have money in my pocket, like if I would have sold my GPUs, I would have burnt that money. Like, people have money in your pocket, it's really hard to save and stuff. So you just burn it right away. Gone. Now you're like, oh crap. Well, now I want to get some new GPUs because it looks good, but I spent all my money. You know, oh, I sold at the peak here. Awesome. I'm going to buy in at the bottom. Bottom will happen in about 6 months. Crap. 2 months later, I sold it all. I used up all that money or something stupid, right? It's really hard to save. So once you get rid of that and you have money in your pocket, a lot of people will end up burning that money that's in their pocket. So then they don't even have anything to pick that stuff back up again. So yeah, it's a vicious circle going around everywhere, and it's just crazy times. But we'll see what happens. We still have a long year to go. I still think altcoin season, bull run, all that stuff is going to happen this year. Based on the cycles, based on the time, it's going to happen. Things are looking rough. If you remember anything about previous altcoins, like, they're not supposed to go up yet. They're supposed to be dead. Yeah, we've seen some ups, we see some downs, but in theory, we should just be flatline dead, and then an altcoin out of nowhere, they just moon. Like, we don't know why. They'll just hit the sky, and then just be ready for it, guys. Just be ready. Have your bags packed. Have your bags ready to go. Be ready to dump the hell out of the crypto market, because I still think that time is coming and you don't want to miss it. Next year, it's going to be over, gone, another 4 years of waiting. So just be ready, and just don't let anyone try to pump their bags higher and use you as liquidity. Just be ready to dump everything you got, because it's coming. I really feel it's going to be coming, because it always has previously. Ignore what's happening in the world. Ignore it all. One day it'll just be kaboom, and we're all rich. Depending if you already have your bags, because that is in theory what the bear market is for. The bear market mining is what you mine in, and then this year is you could shut your rigs off, which most people are now, and just get ready to dump them bags. Hopium is hard to kill. Well, we got to have hopium, guys. We always got to have something, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, we've been here for a little bit here. I do appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. Let me know if you agree or not with anything I did mention today down in the comment section when this video does end, or if you're watching it later on. But I'll see you guys all in the next one. Rabid out.